Did you know that your emotions are the most honest signals you'll ever give or receive? They reveal your deepest priorities, values, and even insecurities, often without you realizing it. If you want to truly understand yourself and others, you need to start paying attention to the emotional cues most people overlook. Avoid this mistake, ignoring or brushing off strong emotional reactions. These moments aren't just random, they're telling you exactly what matters most, both to you and the people around you. And when you learn to interpret these signals, you gain an incredible superpower, the ability to navigate relationships, decisions, and challenges with clarity and confidence. In this video, we'll dive into how emotions act as windows to priorities, how they help decode values, and how mastering emotional awareness can lead to stronger connections and personal growth. By the end, you'll see emotions not as obstacles, but as the keys to unlocking a richer, more meaningful life. Let's get started. Number 1. Understanding relationships. Through emotional responses, relationships are often shaped not by what we say, but by how we react. Have you ever been in a situation where someone got disproportionately upset when plans fell through? At first, it might seem trivial, just reschedule, right? But beneath their frustration is a deeper truth. Spending time with you matters deeply to them. Their reaction isn't about the cancelled plans, it's about the value they place on shared moments and connection. Think about your own relationships, friends, family, or even romantic partners. Pay attention to those moments of strong emotional reactions. When your partner lights up at the mention of a future trip, it's not just about the destination, it's about the joy of shared experiences and the promise of memories yet to be made. On the other hand, if a close friend seems hurt when you're distracted during a conversation, it's not just about that one moment. It's about their need to feel seen and valued in the relationship. This brings us to nostalgia. Can you recall a time when you felt someone truly understood you? Maybe it was a teacher who praised your unique talent, a parent who knew your favorite comfort food, or a friend who noticed you were upset before you even said a word. Those moments of emotional recognition stick with us because they validate our feelings and values. Curiously, the same principle applies to conflict. Imagine pointing out a minor flaw in a project your friend worked on, only for them to react defensively. It's not just about the project, it's about their pride in their work or their fear of not being good enough. Understanding this deeper layer can change how you approach these interactions. Instead of reacting to their defensiveness, you can address the underlying value they're protecting. The beauty of relationships lies in this emotional dance. By tuning into these subtle cues, you not only deepen your connection with others, but also learn what truly matters to the people you care about. And the more you understand their emotional responses, the better you can nurture and strengthen those bonds. Number 2. The hidden insecurities behind defensive reactions. Defensiveness is a tricky emotion. It often feels like it comes out of nowhere. Someone snaps, shuts down, or overreacts to something small. But if you take a step back, you'll see that defensiveness is like a shield, protecting something deeply personal. Imagine this. You casually mention to a coworker that they've been running late to meetings. Instead of agreeing or brushing it off, they get flustered, maybe even angry. What's really happening here? Their reaction isn't just about the lateness, it's about how they perceive themselves or how they want others to perceive them. Perhaps they pride themselves on being reliable, and your comment feels like a direct threat to that identity. This concept is relatable when you think about your own experiences. Have you ever found yourself getting defensive over something minor? Maybe a friend teased you about being disorganized, and instead of laughing it off, you felt a pang of irritation. That reaction wasn't about the joke. It was about your deeper concern that others might see you as incapable. Nostalgia plays a role here too. Think back to your childhood. Were there moments when you felt unfairly criticized or misunderstood? Those experiences can leave a lasting impression, shaping how you react to similar situations as an adult. So when someone touches on an insecurity, even unknowingly, it can trigger an emotional response that feels bigger than the situation itself. The curious part is that once you recognize this pattern, you can start to see it in others. That friend who gets overly defensive about their cooking skills. Maybe they've faced harsh criticism in the past and now tie their self-worth to their ability to impress in the kitchen. The colleague who bristles at constructive feedback? Perhaps they were raised to believe that mistakes equal failure. By understanding the hidden insecurities behind defensive reactions, you gain a powerful tool for empathy. Instead of taking their outburst personally, you can approach the situation with compassion, recognizing the deeper struggle beneath the surface. Number 3. Applying Stoic observation to human behavior. The philosophy of Stoicism teaches us to observe the world with calm objectivity, and nowhere is this more useful than in understanding human behavior. Emotions are powerful, but they're also telling. When someone reacts strongly, whether with anger, joy, or defensiveness, it's like a puzzle piece falling into place. The key is to observe without judgment. Picture this: you're in a meeting, and your boss becomes visibly frustrated when their decision is questioned. To an outsider, it might look like they're just being controlling or stubborn. But if you apply Stoic observation, you might see something deeper. That frustration likely stems from a personal stake in the decision, a sense of pride or a fear of being wrong. Their emotions reveal their values, whether it's authority, respect, or even their reputation. This principle also applies to moments of happiness. Think about a friend who beams with pride when their side hustle gets recognition. To you, it might seem like a small achievement, but to them, it represents hard work, creativity, and their dream of independence. Their joy isn't random. It's rooted in values that are deeply personal. Nostalgia ties in beautifully here. Reflect on moments when you've observed others closely. Maybe it was watching your parents react to a heartfelt gift you gave them, or seeing a friend's quiet satisfaction when you praised their work. Those moments stick with us because they're more than reactions. They're glimpses into what truly matters to the people around us. Now comes the curious part. What if you applied this Stoic lens to yourself? The next time you feel an emotional surge, whether it's anger, sadness, or elation, pause and ask yourself why. Are you angry because someone challenged your competence, or because you value being seen as knowledgeable? Are you happy because of the praise itself, or because it validates a deeper need for recognition? By observing human behavior through a Stoic lens, you can navigate interactions with clarity and purpose. You learn to see beyond the surface, uncovering the values and priorities that drive not only others, but also yourself. Number 4. Reading emotional cues for deeper understanding. Have you ever felt like someone was saying one thing but meaning another? Maybe they assured you everything was fine, but their tense body language or sharp tone suggested otherwise. Emotions are like a language of their own, a language that reveals what words often conceal. Learning to read these emotional cues is like discovering a secret key to understanding people better. Picture this: you're catching up with a friend, and they casually mention their frustration about work. They try to downplay it, saying, "It's not a big deal." But their voice tightens, and their face hardens as they speak. What they're not saying out loud is how much their work situation is truly bothering them. Their emotional cues, tone, expression, body language, are the breadcrumbs leading you to their deeper feelings. Think back to moments in your life when you picked up on someone's unspoken emotions. Maybe it was your mum quietly sighing after a long day, signaling she needed support even if she didn't ask for it. or a friend who avoided eye contact while saying they were fine. These moments stay with us because they remind us how much is communicated without words. Curiously, emotions also show us what someone values. The next time someone lights up when talking about their latest project or hobby, pay attention. That spark in their eyes, it's a glimpse into their passions and priorities. Similarly, if someone's demeanor shifts when a particular topic comes up, it often points to something meaningful, whether it's a cherished memory or an unresolved struggle. Reading emotional cues isn't about being a mind reader, it's about being present. When you truly observe someone, you move past surface-level interactions and step into a deeper understanding of who they are. And in doing so, you foster stronger connections, because everyone wants to feel seen and understood. Number 5. Using emotional awareness to build stronger relationships. Every relationship, whether with a friend, family member, or partner, thrives on understanding. And one of the most powerful ways to understand someone is by being aware of their emotions. People may not always articulate what they need, but their emotional reactions are like signposts, pointing you toward what truly matters to them. Let's take an everyday scenario. You plan a surprise for a loved one, and their eyes light up with joy. That reaction tells you that they value thoughtfulness and effort. On the other hand, if a coworker becomes visibly irritated during a brainstorming session, it's not just about the ideas being shared. It might be because they feel their input isn't being heard or respected. Emotional awareness allows you to see beyond the surface and address what's really going on. Now, think back to a time when someone noticed and responded to your emotions. Maybe you were going through a tough time, and a friend brought over your favorite meal without you asking. That small act felt monumental because it showed they were tuned into your feelings without needing to be told. It's this kind of awareness that deepens relationships and builds trust. Here's the curious part. When you practice emotional awareness, you also begin to notice patterns. For instance, a friend who always gets excited about planning future trips likely values shared experiences. A sibling who gets defensive about their decisions might deeply care about their independence. By paying attention, you gain insights that help you interact with them in a way that strengthens your bond. Emotional awareness isn't just about avoiding conflict or solving problems. It's about building a foundation of empathy and connection. When people feel like you truly understand them, the relationship transforms. And in a world where everyone craves understanding, this skill becomes your greatest strength. Number 6. Your emotional reactions. A mirror of your priorities. It's easy to think that emotions happen to us randomly, like waves crashing unexpectedly. But here's the truth. Every emotional reaction you have is a reflection of something deeper. Your anger, joy, sadness, or frustration isn't just a feeling. It's a mirror showing you what you care about most. Imagine this. Someone cuts you off in traffic and you feel an immediate surge of anger. At first glance, it's about their rude behavior. But dig a little deeper, and you'll realize that your reaction stems from a value. Maybe it's your sense of fairness or your desire for respect on the road. Now think about moments of joy. When you receive unexpected praise for a job well done, why does it make you so happy? It's because recognition aligns with your priorities. It validates your hard work and affirms your value. Even sadness can be revealing. If you feel down after a friend cancels plans, it's not just about the cancellation. It's about your desire for connection and quality time. Here's where nostalgia comes in. Recall a time when you reacted strongly to something, whether positively or negatively. Maybe as a kid, you got upset when your sibling borrowed your favorite toy without asking. that reaction wasn't just about the toy, it was about your sense of ownership or fairness. Fast forward to today, and those same core values likely still influence how you respond to situations. Curiously, recognizing this pattern can be life-changing. The next time you feel a strong emotional response, pause and reflect. Are you angry because someone criticized your work, or because you value being seen as competent? Are you happy because of the compliment itself, or because it aligns with your deeper need for validation? Understanding your emotions isn't just about gaining control, it's about clarity. When you know what drives your reactions, you can align your life with your true priorities. And the more self-aware you become, the better equipped you are to navigate relationships, challenges, and opportunities with intention. Number 7. Harnessing emotional insight for personal growth and wisdom. Emotions are often seen as fleeting, impulsive, or even inconvenient. But what if they were more than that? What if they were tools, powerful tools, capable of guiding you toward a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you? Learning to harness emotional insight isn't just about improving relationships with others, it's about cultivating wisdom and growing into the best version of yourself. Let's begin with a relatable moment. You're scrolling through social media, and suddenly you feel a pang of envy when you see someone's highlight reel, a new job, a luxurious vacation, or an accomplishment. That sting of jealousy isn't random. It's a signpost pointing towards something you value but perhaps feel you're lacking. Maybe it's career progress, financial security, or adventure. That emotion, uncomfortable as it may be, is a mirror reflecting what truly matters to you. Now, think about the last time you felt deeply fulfilled. Perhaps it was finishing a challenging project, spending quality time with loved ones, or helping someone in need. That sense of fulfillment wasn't accidental. It was the universe's way of saying, this is what aligns with your core values. This is where your energy belongs. Emotions are always whispering these truths to us. We just need to listen. Nostalgia often adds richness to this reflection. Remember the carefree joy of childhood, running through sprinklers on a hot summer day, or laughing with friends until your sides hurt. Those moments remind us of what we often forget in adulthood, the simple things that bring us joy and the connections that make life meaningful. Emotions tied to these memories are clues about what we should prioritize, even now. Here's where curiosity comes into play. What if, instead of being swept away by your emotions, you paused to explore them? The next time you feel frustrated, ask yourself why. Is it because of what someone said, or because their words challenged your self-image? When you feel a burst of joy, consider its source. Did someone's compliment resonate with your love for recognition, or did it affirm a deeper belief about your worth? The beauty of emotional insight is that it shifts your focus from reacting to reflecting. You begin to see patterns, how you respond in certain situations, what triggers your insecurities, and what fuels your happiness. Over time, this awareness becomes a compass, guiding your decisions and helping you align with your true values. This wisdom doesn't just improve your relationship with yourself, it radiates outward. When you understand your own emotional landscape, you become more empathetic toward others. You see their emotional outbursts, not as irritations, but as glimpses into their fears, passions, and priorities. Instead of reacting defensively, you respond thoughtfully. Harnessing emotional insight is a journey, a path to living with intention, clarity, and grace. It's about recognizing that emotions are not your enemy. They are your teachers. And with their guidance, you can grow into a person who not only understands yourself, but also navigates the complexities of life with wisdom and purpose. Let this understanding shape the way you live, love, and lead. Because when you harness the power of emotional insight, you don't just grow, you thrive. So next time you feel a surge of emotion, whether it's excitement, frustration, or even defensiveness, take a moment to pause and reflect. Your emotional reactions are more than just reactions. They are signals pointing directly to what you truly care about. By understanding these emotional cues, you can better understand not only yourself, but also those around you, making your relationships and personal growth that much stronger. Drop a 100 in the comments if you've made it this far. This shows that you're part of the 0.01% who are committed to taking action and finishing what you start. If you're serious about transforming your life, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our community. Together, we can continue to grow, learn, and level up.